Good evening, I'm Janella Massa. Andrew and Adrienne are away. Tonight, how to cope with a staggering number of COVID cases.
This is not an easy decision.
Quebec allows infected healthcare workers to stay on the job.
We will need to find pragmatic solutions, because life will need to continue.
And some provinces consider shortening the isolation period to get people back to work. Also boosted, but still positive.
I think the booster is a really big factor in how I feel.
What we're learning about breakthrough infections after a third dose. The bitter cold out west is taking a toll on farmers.
Everything we've tried to do this year has been a struggle with the weather.
And could soon cost you at the grocery store. The devastating impact of climate change from above.
They're so huge that I'm sure it's hard for many people to understand that they could disappear.
A warning from the high-flying scientists watching Canada's glaciers. This is The National. After nearly 2 years of fighting COVID-19 through surges and variants, much of the guidance has remained the same. If you think you're sick, get tested, stay home, isolate. But Omicron may be changing things. And here's why. The sheer number of cases. 4 provinces set records today with sky-high daily case counts from PEI to Manitoba. And take a look at Quebec, more than 12,000 cases. And with testing increasingly hard to get, experts say numbers are likely higher. Nationally, average daily new cases continue to climb dramatically, with more than 27,000 Canadians with positive results today alone. The good news, while hospitalizations are rising, it's not nearly at the pace of infections. But there is concern that within a few weeks that could change. And that with so many healthcare workers either sick or exposed, hospitals could quickly become overwhelmed. Today, Quebec announced a surprising solution. That's where Marina von Stackelberg begins our coverage tonight.
First, we have no choice. We have to make those sort of calls.
Quebec's health minister says the hospital system is under threat. In just days, the province expects 10,000 healthcare workers will be off the job because of COVID. So now they're asking infected doctors, nurses, and hospital employees to still come to work.
We're saying that this is a best alternative compared to not providing cares to the people.
Quebec says the decision of who works will be case by case. A COVID-positive employee with mild symptoms could care for patients who also have the virus.
I can imagine a scenario whereby everything is very controlled and you bring back a healthcare worker who tested positive into the hospital and they have adequate protection. But in reality, sometimes in the hospital, things aren't as controlled as we imagine them to be. Things can be hectic.
You might have someone who's a healthcare worker who ends up getting sick, who might have existing conditions, and this might debilitate them and cause more damage to them and to the healthcare system overall.
In the coming days and weeks, Quebec plans to also let other essential employees go to work sick, an option other provinces will likely face soon too.
We will have a shortage of essential workers, not only in hospital, but really everywhere. And we need to find pragmatic solutions that we're just able, to model ourselves through so that life can continue, but it will be a challenge.
Dr. Peter Uni says an important solution as cases climb will be rapid tests, so essential employees can test themselves daily. But that requires there being tests to begin with. They're nearly impossible to track down in some parts of the country.
I think it's real messed up to roll out of the active test, For me, I have to wait in line here, freezing my toes off.
You see the queue now. It's going right around the corner. And how much are they giving? 1,000? 2,000? How much are they giving? So everybody then has to come back again over here tomorrow morning if they don't get it.
So, Marina, as provinces are struggling to test and track these cases and make sure there's enough hospital capacity to deal with them, does Quebec have a plan to slow the spread down?
The province is really trying to step up vaccine efforts. Right now in Quebec, to get a booster shot, you have to be at least 60 years of age or older. But in about a week's time, Quebec says it's going to start lowering the age of eligibility gradually. We also know that Ottawa says tonight it has approved Quebec's request for military support to help with vaccine efforts. The goal is to have every Quebecer who wants a booster shot by March.
All right, Marina von Stackelberg in Toronto. Thanks, Marina. It's not just a shortage of healthcare workers causing problems. With case numbers soaring and people waiting days for results, thousands are off the job. At least 3 provinces are now looking at reducing isolation periods for sick workers. Nisha Patel has that story.
It wasn't long after Omicron hit Toronto that Adrienne had to close his bar.
We just told everybody that it was for their health and safety, and packed up as much of the produce as possible.
After a staff member tested positive, Ravinsky sent all employees home to isolate. But the process hasn't been clear.
Just because of how difficult it's been to get tests, it's made it really difficult for us to make that decision about when we can actually reopen.
Most provincial guidelines currently advise staying home for 10 to 14 days from the time you test positive. Staff shortages are prompting employers across Canada to close or limit services.
If you were in a workplace setting and someone came in and said, oh, it's just the sniffles, and worked, but then exposed multiple coworkers, the whole business goes down very quickly.
In Toronto and Vancouver, theaters canceled stage shows as performers fell ill. In Ottawa, 53 members of the paramedic service tested positive after a holiday party prompted an outbreak.
I think we're seeing signs of a lot of workplace sick calls and increasing, people being stretched thin in terms of covering needed duties. And so I think it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the next little while.
In the U.S., the widespread sickness caused by Omicron grounded thousands of flights. Now the Centers for Disease Control has changed its guidance.
We want to get people back to the jobs, particularly those with essential jobs, to keep our society running smoothly.
The CDC says people who test positive for COVID but have no symptoms can now isolate for just 5 days instead of 10. Gravinsky says he'd like to see the same changes here.
The ideal scenario would be that the government would be a little bit more nimble on their feet.
Ontario, Quebec, and Alberta are looking at the CDC guidance amid rapidly rising cases in these provinces and may change their own recommendations in the coming days. Nisha Patel, CBC News, Toronto.
All right, let's talk a little bit more about this with Dr. Lisa Barrett. She's in Halifax. Dr. Barrett, as we heard there from Nisha, the CDC has changed its isolation guidelines for asymptomatic people from 10 days down to 5 days. And now some provinces here are considering doing the same. Do you think that's the right move?
Different countries in different areas are considering different ways of reducing isolation at this point. The science around this is a little bit gray, but what is clear is that your peak time of being infective to somebody else is just before and just after you get symptoms. So might it be okay to reduce the amount of time you spend in isolation in terms of being able to infect others? Maybe, but the exact amount of time is not clear. And right now, when we're in a winter surge of cases, we do have to be very careful. If people need to come out of isolation early, it's likely that that should probably be restricted to people who are essential or have to get back to work for various reasons, and not just for the entire population until we get more evidence. So moving target, but it's likely that something's going to change for duration. How long and for whom is not quite clear yet.
Okay, and there are still lots of questions around testing. If you think you've been exposed to COVID, someone who is positive, but you have no symptoms, should you be trying to get your hands on a test, and should you isolate until you do?
Well, if you think you've had what we would call a high-risk contact, and every public health website in the country now has a definition of that, chances are you should be isolating for at least a certain period of time. The answer as to whether or not a rapid test is necessary really depends on whether your province is trying to keep the peak of infections down. If they are, we do need to know about asymptomatic people who may be infected, or else we're going to see a big peak very fast all at once. And so rapid tests for those folks may be very helpful.
All right, Dr. Lisa Barrett in Halifax, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Public schools in Nova Scotia will extend their holiday break due to COVID, and that means students will return to in-person learning on January 10th.
I know this shift will be difficult, but it is the right path forward. There will be layers of public health measures in schools to protect students, teachers, and staff.
Officials say the longer break will allow more time to book vaccine appointments and monitor symptoms. The announcement comes as the province reported 561 new COVID cases today. Canada's soaring infection rate has meant long-term care facilities haven't been spared. Several provinces seeing outbreaks. The most serious is seniors residents near Montreal, with nearly 100 active cases. In Ontario, officials have seen enough. Today, they announced new restrictions. Sarah Levitt has those details.
There's definitely some feelings of bittersweetness there.
Carly Chalmers was visiting her grandpa today when she got the news Ontario will no longer allow general visits to long-term care homes. Her grandfather has Alzheimer's.
Yeah. I don't think that my grandfather will remember me as a grandchild anymore if I don't see him for a few more weeks even. So it's definitely hard.
In Ontario, 41 long-term care homes are dealing with outbreaks. In all, 93 residents and 161 staff have tested positive for COVID-19. That's prompted the province to take action.
All general visits to long-term care homes will be paused unless you're visiting a resident in a palliative situation.
Day visits outside of the homes won't be allowed for residents except for medical appointments. The province will still allow visits from 2 designated caregivers per resident. In Quebec, nearly all the residents are isolating at this long-term care home outside of Montreal. That's because so far at least 61 residents and 31 employees have tested positive for COVID-19. 2 have died.
Most of the the resident, have received a third dose.
In Ontario, 84% of long-term care residents have received their 3rd dose. The number is slightly lower in Quebec.
Omicron really is a game changer.
This geriatrician says the impact on the most vulnerable isn't clear yet.
The severity is lower, most probably, but we don't know how that's going to pan out in Quebec with our population, our vaccinations rate. So there's some apprehension.
That apprehension is also felt in Brampton.
I totally understand the restrictions, and I totally saw it coming, especially with this new wave. But I definitely am just waiting for the day that somehow things get better and we can get back into the long-term care homes with our loved ones.
Until then, it's back to video calls. Sarah Levitt, CBC News, Montreal.
Meanwhile, the provinces have ramped up their booster campaigns, urging Canadians to get their 3rd shot as soon as they're eligible. But while that extra jab should help keep you out of the hospital, it might not keep you from getting COVID. Julia Wong explains.
Scratchy back of the throat and clearing my throat all the time.
These symptoms were the first sign Chris Winters felt off. A rapid test later came back positive. Unexpected since he's fully vaccinated and has had a booster.
It kind of feels like a flu, but it doesn't have real teeth. You know, like you feel the grogginess and you feel the tiredness.
It's a similar story for Mark Camachi. One of his daughters got COVID-19, so he did a rapid test and got a positive result.
I have been asymptomatic. If I'd have no idea I was sick other than the positive test.
Camachi received his booster in early December.
Maybe that's why I'm not feeling any effects. I've had all 3, whereas the rest of our family have only had 2.
They're not alone. Monday, Labour Minister Seamus O'Regan tweeted he tested positive after 3 doses. And earlier this month, the Toronto Raptors president was infected even after his booster. Canadians everywhere are being urged to roll up their sleeves for their 3rd dose, but experts say it's still possible to get infected.
Some of the information out of South Africa assumes that you can be reinfected or infected if you're exposed even after a booster, but you're still protected from more severe disease.
It's not clear how frequent breakthrough infections after a booster could be with the Omicron variant, but a booster dose is your best line of defense, Barrett says.
If you've got a lot of Omicron around and you have access to a booster, it's a very low-risk thing to do for potential benefit.
As for Winters, he spread the virus to the rest of his family, but all are slowly recovering.
I've had much worse flus and much worse colds in my life. It's just, but the tiredness is really real, and I'm just thankful that for the vaccines.
Julia Wong, CBC News, Edmonton.
In Alberta, 2 positive cases among players has forced Team USA to forfeit a game at the World Juniors Championships. The International Ice Hockey Federation says the team was quarantined following the positive results and couldn't play this afternoon against Switzerland. That game will go down as a 1-0 win for the Swiss. The Americans' next scheduled game is against Sweden tomorrow. We'll to some other news now, and that extreme cold snap that much of Western Canada is still suffering through tonight. In Saskatchewan, people are used to harsh prairie winters, but it's going to be unusually cold for the rest of the year. It could feel as low as -50 until early January. Meanwhile, in Alberta, the province has been under a cold weather warning since Sunday, and that's expected to last the rest of the week. Parts of BC are dealing with extreme cold, gusty winds, and unseasonably frigid temperatures. Chris O'Neill Yates now with a closer look at the impact.
Temperatures that feel like -20 mean sleepless nights for DR Vandrager on his dairy farm. The cows must be milked, cold weather or not.
We have robotic milking here, so those freeze up a lot. So you're up in the middle of the night thawing things there, feeding systems shut down. And this is as cold as we've been in a really long time too. So, and it's not just 2 nights, like it's a week of it.
After summer drought, then flooding, that's a potentially harmful combination for next year's berry harvest.
If a crop has been in a lot of water for a longer period of time and then you get a real cold snap, often you can experience what we call frost kill as well. That will not reveal itself, unfortunately, till the very spring.
Stan Vanderwall grows greenhouse flowers, and you can expect higher costs to show up at the supermarket.
It's so cold, we can't melt the ice off of the roofs.
It just draws the heat out of the greenhouses. So you're basically heating that differential of -16 to 20 to 22 degrees. That's what we're heating.
From the farms to the highways, the deep freeze is leading to treacherous conditions on the roads, especially for people not used to winter driving. And for those without a house, this weather adds another layer of hardship.
Frostbite, pneumonia, hypothermia, those are dangerous. They're very real.
Across Alberta, temperatures dip to the -40s, feeling like -55 at times with wind chill. In downtown Calgary, tenants got stranded on the 31st floor of this apartment building. A pipe burst, leaving them without power or water. Back in Abbotsford, Vandrager is preparing for another long, cold night.
Everything we've tried to do this year has been a struggle with the weather.
Right now, farmers are just waiting for this latest hit from Mother Nature to pass. Chris O'Neill Yates, CBC News, Vancouver.
Well, while BC tries to contend with the cold, scientists are looking at the damage caused by this summer's heat dome.
What's to come of it when we lose all the ice?
Coming up, the irreversible impact of extreme weather. Plus,
is it scientifically possible or plausible to, achieve containment and get the cases down to 0?
China imposes strict controls to squash COVID cases. Can they do it in the face of Omicron? And one man fought loneliness with weights and landed on the top of a podium.
I started smiling again after so many years. It's been tough.
We're back in 2. China is attempting to clamp down on COVID before it hosts the Winter Olympics. It's locked down a city of more than 13 million people. But as Farah Morali shows us, that's not stopping the spread of infections.
In the northwestern city of Xi'an, residents of all ages get tested for COVID. Lining up at a mass testing facility is one of the only reasons you can go out these days. 13 million residents are now largely confined to their homes. One member of each household used to be able to leave on certain days to buy food. That's now changed, and food is being brought to them. Xi'an Center for Disease Control and Prevention says it's quickly adopted containment measures that will help to effectively control the outbreak. The number of new reported cases, just 175, but it's the highest daily count of COVID infections in a Chinese city since March 2020. The tight lockdown measures are part of China's zero COVID strategy.
I think China is the country that pursues that strategy to its extreme.
This expert says while strict border rules and lockdowns are tough, they are politically favorable. The message they send, China is able to fight the virus more effectively than other countries.
We are still able to make that approach work, that in a way to showcase the superiority of the Chinese political system.
China says so far, Delta remains the dominant variant. But with Omicron spreading globally, just how effective is trying to achieve zero COVID cases?
Is it scientifically possible or plausible to, achieve containment and get the cases down to zero? Maybe, but I see it as nearly impossible, because there's just so much movement around the world and around the planet and between regions.
In just over a month, thousands will flock to Beijing for the Olympics. Rehearsals are already underway for things like contactless medal ceremonies. The question, will those measures be enough to keep Omicron away from the largely sheltered Chinese population and prevent further outbreaks? Farah Morali, CBC News, London.
Well, following a breakout year on the tennis court, the Canadian Press has named Leylah Fernandez their Female Athlete of the Year. The Montreal native captivated the country with her memorable run at the U.S. Open, coming up just short of capturing her first Grand Slam title. The 19-year-old also earned her first WTA Tour title in 2021 and cracked the top 25 in the world rankings. Well, after the break, BC's year of extreme weather is leaving a mark on the planet.
We're talking about climate change is here, it's real, and it's now.
Now, scientists are trying to piece together the damage. We'll show you how. Plus,
I don't think anyone likes seeing piles of cars around.
Yukon's environment is getting trashed by old cars, but some are stepping up to clean it up. Stay with us. Welcome back. First, it was a heat dome, then came the fires, and after that, flooding. BC experiencing a series of climate disasters this year, and its glaciers are taking the hit. Johanna Wagstaff set out on a high-flying journey with scientists who are mapping the rapidly changing landscapes and trying to predict what's next.
A tranquil-looking flight over a BC mountain range, one that we have ice to thank for.
The history of the Earth is pretty much written in the increase and retreat of ice. The features that we look at have been carved out by ice. It's not like ice is a trivial thing in the history of our planet, and we just don't know what the world would be like without it.
Inside the plane, science hard at work.
We're able to monitor rates of change in the ice sheet itself.
They're getting a bird's eye view of how global warming is impacting glacial melt and the rippling effect. The crew's pilot, Robin Stewart, has been flying over these same glaciers for years.
They're so huge that I'm sure it's hard for many people to understand that they could disappear.
Where are we headed?
This is the Hakka UNBC Coastal Observatory.
This is where you spend most of your time?
Yeah, exactly. Essentially, this is my office.
This is a laboratory with wings. Stephen Beffert works on the Airborne Coastal Observatory.
So this is our spectrometer.
His job is to operate the equipment on board that takes measurements of the ground below.
This is a highly specialized plane. We basically have taken a Piper plane, gutted the whole thing, and put in our sensors specific for our projects that we want to get done here. Okay. And then this is the laser here. We do a laser scan over all of our project areas to make a 3D digital model.
That's right, lasers on a plane.
We're basically firing light pulses out of this box. As the light hits the ground and comes back, we can figure out how far that light has traveled. Once all the data is collected, we're shooting millions and millions of points. We can put all those points together to create a 3D digital model, a terrain model of whatever we're flying over. This quantifies what's on the ground as it lays. So topographical 3D mapping.
They're used to map out a rapidly changing landscape, showing how extreme events like this year's heat dome in British Columbia have taken the ice away.
The glaciers influence the weather. Even flying an airplane over the glaciers, I can tell that. Especially on a hot day where there's ice underneath you, the air is sinking, and where the air is over rock, which gets heated by the sun, is rising. It's hard without being a scientific expedition to really see it because the seasonal variation is quite large.
From the sky, it looks picturesque, but below the clouds, the aftermath of one climate disaster after another. After the heat dome came the fires, and after the fires came the floods. Extreme weather events in British Columbia are unfolding at a frantic pace, and that's what has scientists scrambling to assess each disaster and try to predict what perfect storm could happen next.
We have lots of glaciers that are retreating rapidly due to climate change.
For years, glaciologist Brian Menounis has been sounding the alarm on glacial loss. He's one of the scientists working to understand the data from Airborne Coastal Observatory and what it means for our future.
So in British Columbia, we are blessed with many thousands of glaciers, over 15,000.
We met him on a dike at the edge of Vancouver, the last stop as ice runoff makes its way to the open ocean.
The tremendous amount of warm temperatures at that time would rapidly deplete the mountain snowpack. This particular event was quite severe in terms of its melt. There were a lot of unusual conditions that coincided collectively to bring us where we are today. And this year, it's been especially bad for our glaciers.
It was not long after this conversation with Brian that BC was hit with a series of atmospheric rivers, causing some of the worst flooding this province has ever seen.
When we think about these extreme events, these are caused by climate change, and we're not talking about a future scenario anymore. We're talking about climate change is here, it's real, and it's now.
It's not just what these scientists are discovering, it's how they're sharing that information.
What we do need in terms of preparing for future changes in climate is better and more rich geospatial data, and we need people to actually work with those data to make sensible decisions going forward, both in terms of planning and preparing for the next hazard or the next disaster, but in some cases, dealing with the aftermath of when disaster strikes.
So we can fly anywhere down to...
Back on board the science laboratory, that's exactly what scientists are trying to understand. What's next?
So we've got accurate records before the heat dome, accurate records after the heat dome. We can really see what that heat event did to the glacier.
A clear picture in quick time. Adding to the slow but steady work of government scientists, this team can track changes right after a disaster.
One that we survey a ton of times, called Place Glacier. It's just north of Pemberton. And one thing that's special about it is that they have survey data on that going back to probably the 1950s. Like, people must have hiked up or something to get the data. But so then we've got a continuous record of what's going on with that glacier.
In fact, Place Glacier has been continuously monitored since 1929. This year, melt is astonishing.
It's our territory, it's our homeland.
People like Edwin Bacati from the Lillooet Nation know this all too well. He was on the ground, living through that melt from Place Glacier.
I was evacuated out of my house for flood precaution, and we didn't even get moved back into our house, and we were in fire season. It literally went from floods to fire.
Edwin was one of many forced from his homes when the extreme heat last June rapidly melted the ice in the surrounding mountains, leading to widespread flooding.
The glaciers in the last few years, they've changed so much that it doesn't matter which glacier you go and look at now, all you can see is gray rock. You don't see any ice almost anymore. And it concerns us what's to come of it when we lose all the ice.
What does that loss mean to you and to your culture and your people?
It's not just First Nations people that are going to feel it. All people are going to feel it. The world is changing here. And, it's very concerning when we watch our neighboring communities burn to the ground in just a few minutes. We have to be aware, and we have to recognize that, Mother Nature herself is going to retaliate against everything that's happened.
And then 4 months later, this happened.
Look at this bridge.
The intense atmospheric river pouring like a fire hose over southern BC for days. We checked in on Edwin again after the waters receded.
How are you?
He knows he's one of the lucky ones, able to return home.
Through all this chaos, we're doing fine. Yeah.
You talked about this feeling that something ominous is still to come.
We certainly have changed the place and, over the years. And I think those impacts are coming back to bite us, and we need to change our practices.
And when you spend 200 hours in one summer flying over those impacts, you can't help but feel the loss.
Have you ever heard of an astronaut who came back from space and didn't say, what they all say, didn't say like, people, this is the only planet we've got. I've seen it from up there. We have to preserve it. And yeah, you get up close and personal with the glaciers and the same thing.
Well, we might not have all the answers right now, and we can't stop the next disaster from happening. Scientists will continue to search for clues, one flight at a time. Johanna Wagstaff, CBC News, Vancouver.
While the North struggles with the effects of climate change, it's also coping with troubling garbage and pollution, a problem that recycling so far can't seem to fix. Anna Demaray shows us the unwanted additions to the woods in Yukon.
This is the Yukon people expect, pristine mountains teeming with wildlife. But popping up in the wilderness, an unexpected kind of invasive species. Thousands of old Chevys, Fords, Toyotas. The cars abandoned on the side of the road or dumped in the forest, they're more than just an eyesore.
It's going to rust sooner or later. The fluids will get contaminated in the ground.
So a few Yukon recyclers took the problem into their own hands.
We've seen problems at the landfills with growing piles of metal, growing piles of cars. I think we're just trying to catch up now and get it back down to zero.
Cars are now being piled into lots or graveyards like this one. The more cars end up here, the more problems they cause. Every year, 1 million cars in Canada are retired. Some provinces do have a plan. In Nunavut, they regulate how the waste is managed. And in Ontario, they keep a database of all the cars that need to be retired. But in the Yukon, recyclers say there's no strategy to take these cars off the land. Any cars that Raven Recycling Society is able to save are brought here to their workshop in Whitehorse. That's where a local auto shop prepares them for the next stage of their lives.
We drain all the fluids from the vehicle, from coolant, transmission oil, differential oil, engine oil, and the gasoline or diesel fuel. So, yeah, prepare it for crushing. I don't think anyone likes seeing piles of cars around, and we'd like to do our part and get them out of the Yukon. So.
The next stage, being turned into an unrecognizable pile of scrap metal. Then off to Edmonton, where the parts get separated and shredded. Local First Nations look for sites where cars have been abandoned on their traditional lands.
We're here for our future generations and just ensuring that we have a sustainable future for them to just thrive on and continue living that life.
The Yukon government says it is working on a solution, but did not provide specifics. The community hopes people will stop dumping their cars, so the land can go back to the pristine Yukon it's supposed to be. Anna Demaray, CBC News, Whitehorse.
Next on the National, seniors are some of the most vulnerable to COVID, but the restrictions to keep them safe could be harmful.
Being cut off from each other has been a real heavy strain.
Why social distancing can be detrimental to seniors' health. That's next. We're returning our attention to the COVID situation now. As Ontario brings in new restrictions for long-term care facilities, we're reminded of a story we first brought you earlier this year. It was a warning from geriatric health experts about an uptick in something called deconditioning. Vicadopia explained what it is and the implications.
For Yasmin Hashem's mother, getting around has become noticeably harder during the pandemic.
Before she would get out, there was more exercise. So now the thought of getting out of the house is scared.
Her weekly seniors group hasn't met in person in over a year. She wants to go back to those days.
So we can tuck each other and laugh sometime for 1 hour.
They're trying to bring back the laughter at this seniors online art class.
Being cut off from each other has been a real heavy strain.
For some elderly people, that strain of the pandemic has led to more social isolation, malnutrition, and inactivity, accelerating mental and physical decline, which experts call deconditioning. There isn't much Canadian data about deconditioning, but people who care for seniors say they're seeing more of it.
And has often led towards the necessity of long-term care.
Next to COVID-19, the signs of deconditioning are subtle, but no less arresting, even for this geriatric emergency doctor.
In going through his symptoms and complaints, the thing that was heartbreaking, that he was dying of loneliness. And I didn't know how to help him.
Lee's now researching how to treat seniors' pandemic isolation with hospital volunteers who call them up weekly just to talk. He says elderly Canadians are losing their quality of life prematurely.
We won't know how bad it was for 5 or 10 years. There's a whole generation of older people that may suffer consequences.
You want her to see go up?
Yasmin and her mother are still trying to stay connected with others on the phone and online, but it's not enough.
Now, every day is the same.
And that has worrying consequences. Vic Adopia, CBC News, Brampton, Ontario.
Still ahead, they're Canada's national animal, but the British hunted them to extinction.
We've not seen this species for several hundred years. So there's lots of rumours, there's lots of suspicion, there's lots of misinformation.
We'll tell you why not everyone's on board with their resurgence. That's next. Here in Canada, the beaver is an abundant national treasure, but in Britain, it was hunted to extinction. Now, Bucky and his pals are making a comeback. It's part of a government policy known as rewilding, essentially repairing damaged ecosystems. But some aren't embracing the busy rodent because that's the problem. It's a little too busy. Chris Brown told us all about it earlier this season.
For those who've gathered on the shore of this English pond, it's like being an eyewitness to the rebirth of a species. 2 beavers, a male and a female, are getting a new home in a place that hasn't seen a beaver in a very long time.
It's all new for them, but we'll give them time to adjust, but I think they'll be very happy here. This is why in Britain we're really excited to bring this species back.
Beavers in Britain were hunted to extinction in the Middle Ages, more than 500 years ago. But thanks to conservationists who've pushed to change laws and get government backing, they're slowly on the rebound.
I think there's still a nervousness about seeing this species widely released everywhere. So these projects will demonstrate to people what beavers do and don't do. I'd say we've not seen this species for several hundred years. So there's lots of rumours, there's lots of suspicion, there's lots of misinformation.
Arguably more than anyone, Roisin Campbell-Palmer is responsible for Britain's beaver resurgence. Some people even call her Britain's beaver lady.
I'm coming up to my 13th year of working directly with beavers, so this is, to me, the highlight of my work.
She started these beavers on their journey by trapping them in Scotland. That's where most of the UK's beavers are found now. She teamed up with a Norfolk environmental group whose members worked for 8 years to find a home and get permits so the beavers could be released here. For Jonah Tosney, seeing them was the culmination of a lifetime's work.
Massively excited, actually, yeah. It's the biggest thing I've done in my career. Every native Norfolk species you can imagine that's associated with wetlands or ponds, they absolutely thrive when beavers arrive.
Scotland still only has roughly 1,000 beavers across the entire countryside, so it's not like it has that many to send to England. But even that relatively small number has proven extremely controversial. The return of the beaver to Britain has become a gnawing problem for farmers.
Do I like beavers? Beavers are ingenious animals. although I'd rather their ingeniousness was not done here.
Adrienne Ivory farms near Perth, and he's had lots of run-ins with beavers and their tree-chewing, dam-building ways.
And we've had dams, I'm 6 foot, and I've had them way above my head, and the only way we can get them out is with a digger, and I have to pay for that expense.
Ivory showed us how beaver activity along a creek has ruined his fences, caused soil erosion, and flooded crops.
So when you say 7 acres got flooded out, just to be clear, you already had the seeds in the ground?
Yeah, we'd already sown the crop, it had already been ploughed, drilled, rolled, seed was coming through, so all that expense had already been incurred, and then it was completely gone, rotted out.
In Scotland, beavers are listed as a protected species, but farmers still got government-issued permits to kill at least 70 nuisance beavers last year. That triggered a lawsuit and has aroused the passions of beaver defenders, who believe a species that's recovering must be preserved, not killed. And there may be no place more passionate about the beaver than the Scottish town of Alyth.
The beaver experience this evening is we'll see this wonderful beaver wetland, we'll look at the dams.
Ecologist Daniel Muir has a booming ecotourism business, taking people out to see beavers in the wild.
You know, you can see where they've chewed off the branches.
These so-called beaver safaris are meant to show that wherever beavers move in, new plants and animals follow.
That's the beavers, you know, providing homes for lots of wee beasties.
Here, as in most parts of the UK, there is little true wilderness. Most of the land is carefully organized and managed, and beavers mess it up, which is at the root of the tension.
All these farmers on the Ericht and the Isle and the Tay have got these licenses to kill them, and you know, these animals, you don't know if they're going to manage to survive. And I just think it's a shame that, well, first of all, that we don't carry out lots of mitigation measures so that humans and beavers can live alongside each other in harmony. And if beavers are to be relocated, I would love them to be relocated here in Scotland.
On the farm, Adrienne Ivory says he prefers to trap rather than kill beavers and move them to places where they're wanted. But he knows not all farmers have the patience for that.
What's the solution? You know, that some people say extermination and some people say, they can't be touched. My belief is it's somewhere in the middle. We as farmers need to learn to live with them, although we have to have the tools in our armoury to be able to take dams down and stuff like that to mitigate our losses.
The reintroduction of beavers to Britain has been an ecological success. In just a decade or so, the beavers have quickly adapted. It may take the people who live around them a lot longer to adapt to them. Chris Brown, CBC News in Norfolk, England.
Well, coming up, we'll have the story of a refugee who overcame his struggle with depression.
I'll just cry myself to sleep and I'll wake up the next day and repeat the process.
How his journey took him to the top of the podium. That's next. Last month, Andrew Mabidi took first place in a division for athletes over 40 at a bodybuilding competition in Calgary. It's an accomplishment he never expected to happen. You see, Andrew fled Zimbabwe more than a decade ago, and his journey from refugee to champion bodybuilder is our moment tonight.
I left my country in 2010. I only discovered there was a plan to kill me or to capture me, and there was no time even to go back home or to say goodbye to my son. Eventually, I came to Canada. It's been tough. It wasn't easy. From the moment I was prescribed my antidepressant, it was then that I realized how much low I had sunk. I decided to join the local gym. And that was the day everything changed in my life. I found peace and comfort in this gym. I saw some gains on myself, so I joined the Alberta Naturals Bodybuilding Championships. When my name was pronounced that time, I won the first place. I couldn't believe it. I'm so proud of my accomplishments and my achievements. This one is for my son. I'm keeping it for my son. until the day he gets here in Canada. It will be waiting for him.
That win bittersweet since Andrew can't share it with his son. He says he actually had to start going to the gym at 3 and 4 in the morning so he could be alone, because there were times he would break down crying while he was there. But he has made friends there at the gym who say he's an inspiration. That's it for us here on The National tonight. Thanks for watching. Have a good night.